Oh, hey, welcome back, everyone. Tom here from Park Avenue Trading, your chief dealer, keeping you sane in insane markets. It is 9:02 in the morning on Monday, April 7th, 2025. Did we have a wild market last night? Was it wild or what? I mean, look at the gap that we had on the open. Stocks were just down. Everything was down. All this panic over this nonsense about tariffs. It's all going to work out. Everything eventually is going to work out. Really, these are not true tariffs. These are reciprocal tariffs. So, in other words, these are just reciprocal to what countries are putting on us, and they have been putting on the United States for years, actually, since the end of World War II, with the global makeup of the world, where the United States basically was going to actually help the rest of the world economies recover. Yet they never took back the ability for the United States to recover. So this is all being worked out. And it's all going to be a fair playing field. And guess what? Everybody gets to perform at their best. So it's just a realignment, and of course, globally, people that have been making money off the old system aren't going to be happy about it. So it's just going to be a little bit before the markets actually stabilize and they come to the realization that this is actually going to be a good thing for the world economy. When free markets are free, can't get any better than free markets. All right, so let's start off with dollar yen. Enough of that pontification rant. Did we call the low or what? I mean, we said that this level of support, this 144, like 95, 144.90 was going to be a solid level of support. Market came right down to it, touched it, reversed back up, came back down, almost touched it again. Now we're making a new kind of like lower high right here. So as it stands right now for dollar yen, as it stands, dollar yen has to hold above this 146.50 level. This is the level on the day. Okay, 146.50. Let me get rid of this squiggly little line over here. If it breaks down through 146.50, I would probably look to sell it. I would think that my stop would have to be above this high right there. Um, I would expect it to go down to, again, this low bar's close right over there, right in that area. So I make basically like 50 points against, let's see, what is this? A 50-point risk. So it's a 1-to-1 R. I have to really think about that if I really want to do that. But that's the level right now it needs to hold above in order to continue showing strength to get to this high. Obviously, there's going to be more resistance up here at 140, 148.38. That's a weekly level. Um, hmm. I would think this one's pretty solid for the time being. Then 148 the figure, then 148.38. So let's move on to good old sterling dollar. We've been talking about sterling dollar forever. We said that 128.20 was an important point. Basically, we said we were going down towards it, and we did. Okay, so if you've been following along, you would have been able to take some good shorts in sterling and made some money a couple of times, and also in sterling yen too. Not to pat myself on the back, but if I don't, nobody's doing it in the comments for me. Somebody should leave me a comment saying, "Hey, you made me a lot of money." I used to have a guy football player. I don't know what happened to him. He used to actually trade off my signals and made some good money. Maybe he bought a yacht and is traveling the world right now. Who knows? Um, right now, as it stands in good old sterling dollar, the support level is this 128.20 right here. We're slightly dipping below it. The only way it shows any type of strength right now is it's got to get up over 130 to figure. Right there. It's got to get over this point right now. If not, it's drifting lower to this. I would have to say 127.07 is a weekly point. I would think that we got to first stop at like 127.50 before we get a little bit of a reaction. So like I would think that like right down here, we could come trade up, probably come back up to this point, come back down, trade around this level until finally we get the break down. Cable seems to be weak. The British economy is not really doing well. So if anything, they would have to lower rates too, cut rates. But Right now, as it stands, it's just slightly drifting lower. I think it's heading towards 127.50. There's going to be resistance at, you know, 129.70, 130. The figure. There's going to be some sellers up there. Let's go over to good old sterling yen. Okay. Oof. Man, this chart looks ugly, huh? Hang on a second. Let's get rid of that. I don't need that. What? I don't understand why this thing. Let's get there. You know, you can't like open things up without like drawing on shit. You know. Okay. That 190. We talked about that. Told you if it went up there, it'd be a gift. And look at the power move down. You know, 186. That's 400 points, right? I mean, fantastic. If you would have taken that trade as I suggested, you would have made a lot of money. All right, so as it stands right now, where are we? Well, actually starting to drift lower again. Wow. There's going to be resistance at 189, 188. Wow, 188.55. Right there is the new resistance level. If we break down below, this 187.58, we're drifting probably down into this area here, like 180, right in this area, 186.50, 187 the fig, something like that. You got to watch dollar yen. If dollar yen continues to rally a little bit, stabilize, then you got to actually focus on that cable. All right, let's go over to euro yen. Here's the same type of scenario in euro yen. All right, euro yen right now. It's got to hold 160, 160, 160, 160. 160, 70 is right here, man. Holy smokes, it's right there. Okay, hang on a second. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of that. If it can't hold this, you know, it definitely has resistance here at 163. We're kind of far away from that, so I have to go down to this peak right here. 161.87. Yeah, there's definitely going to be some resistance at 161 right in here. 161.87. If we drop down below this, we are squeaking down back to that 157.93 level. The only way it shows any type of strength is if it gets over this 160, 162-ish level. All right, so that's what I got for you guys, and my buddies are pinging me like crazy. So I'll got to get on to helping them out with some technical analysis on cryptocurrencies, which have been in a total meltdown last couple of days. Remember, please, if you like what you see, like and subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell. Also, head over to Park Avenue Trading and get yourself a free ebook. And remember, always, always enjoy the party, but dance near the door. Cheers.